All right, in the shop we have a concrete saw today. This is a Stihl TS420 model, and we're gonna take the carburetor out. That's the saw right there, and the carburetor is part number 4238-120-0603, and then you also got these numbers down here. All right, but that's what we're putting in. So for sake of speeding up the video, I've already loosened up 90% of this stuff. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is you have a screw here, which pretty much is the cover where your spark plug is. But this is going to need to come off because underneath of there, let's turn the light on. You can see you have that throttle connected right there. And I'm gonna have to set my phone down to do this, but you're gonna want to get a pair of needle nose pliers, and you're gonna want to grab that cable and basically pull up on it to get it out of that little latch. Come on, there we go. Just pull up on it and pop it out of there. Put your pliers and pull up on that to pull it up out of that little groove right there. It's a little bit tricky, but I assure you it does come out. Now that you have that throttle disconnected, you're going to have a hex head bolt in here. 1, 2, and over to this side, 3, and 4. You're going to want to take those 4 out. If you have a tool like this, it helps with the little hex head on there. And just take those 4 out, and that should take this whole top cover off of there. Alright, once you got all 4 of them out, you should be able to just lift up on this and pull that up like that. Now there is going to be a wire that goes to your switch here that's still connected. You really don't need to take that off. Just kind of set this whole assembly off to the side there. Let me show you. See the wire you got going right here? And that goes right up in here to your switch. You can leave that assembled. You don't have to take that apart. Alright, next you're going to have, here's your carburetor right here. You're going to have another hex head right on the top. We're going to go ahead and take that one out. Alright, let me show you. See that there? And that's just going to slide out like that. Now we are going to take off, there's in your air filter cover here you have, let's see if you can see this here, you got 1, 2, and there's going to be 1, there's going to be 2 more on the very, very bottom, but let's take these 2 out first, and then we'll do the ones on the bottom. Can you guys see these right here? Yeah. These 2 right on the very bottom. Apologize, I still have not come up with a better solution to filming. Alright. And this is your air filter here. That's just going to pull off like that. You're going to have another one right here. Just dropped it. Go ahead and set them with your cover over there. Now in here you're going to have 2 more hex heads right there. You're going to need to take them out. Now after you get them loose, they're kind of hard to grab. I would get yourself a little pick, and you can because you're going to need to slide them out of there. Alright, these kind of fell out. I was struggling with the pick here to get these 2 bolts out. So basically just take your saw and kind of tilt it backwards a little bit and shake it. And those bolts fell right out on the table. Alright, now you're going to have a fuel line here, which you can, fuel line on here. On the side here, unplug that. You can see the whole carburetor is loose now. Alright, so you see your choke right here. You can see you have another one, just like your throttle here, that's it's recessed down into a clip there. You're gonna have to get your needle nose. That's what controls your butterfly right there. All right, let me zoom back out on that. There we go. So we're gonna have to get our needle nose pliers, and we're gonna have to grab that and pull it out of there also. See it right there? All right. That was inside of the choke there. There you go. Don't lose that. All right, now that that's free, you're gonna have a fuel line right down on the side of where that choke was. You can see it. Actually, this one's ripped. See the fuel line right there? I can probably push that hose off. I think I got it. Yep. See that fuel line off of there on the side. Is it off yet? Yeah, it's off. Okay, so we got this fuel line off on the side, that fuel line off over there. When you go to pull the carburetor out, if it feels like it's giving a little resistance, turn the butterfly on the carburetor, because it might be, you can see it down there. See it? It gets hung up in there, so you might want to turn the butterfly so that it's recessed in, and then you'll be able to pull straight up on that carburetor. And now you can get to that last remaining fuel line underneath, and that's all it takes to get that carburetor out. And then you can see there, it's just that last fuel line there. And then you can go ahead and slide your new one right back in there. It's not too hard of a job. It's just a little bit tricky getting those throttle linkages off. Just be certain when you pull that fuel line off that you're getting ready to plug it, because gas will come out of this fuel line. Just a little heads up. And that's it. Just repeat the process to put the carburetor back in. And sorry that wasn't a more detailed tutorial. It was it's very tight to get in there with one hand and one holding the camera and one trying to work, but that's pretty much the basics of getting it out of there. It's not too involved. All right, hopefully this helps, guys. Hey, please hit subscribe below, give me a like. I'll see you next time.